Let's get to this Imagine video because oh God, it's just awful.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, let's get into this. Yeah, for those of you who aren't on social media and are unaware, celebrities needing, getting the, jonesing for a fix of attention, decide to put it upon themselves to try. It wasn't even an original idea. Gal Gadot even admitted as much. She said that she saw a video of a man who was playing like a musical instrument or something for his neighbors, um, and they all applauded. And so,
Well, and here's the difference though, is that guy didn't know he was being recorded. He was just doing that of his own volition. It wasn't for some attention.
yeah, it wasn't for the likes. Let's just put it that way. It wasn't for the likes. And so, Gal Gadot, and a bunch of her Hollywood buddies came together to sing Imagine. Probably one of the most inappropriate songs to sing at a time like this.
I will say though, Gal Gadot, God, whew, smoke.
Yeah.
Smoke.
Yeah, I'll give it to her. She's a tasty slice, but she's a moron.
Yeah.
She's a tasty slice, but a moron. And it's funny because I watched a YouTube video of another podcast, and he was able to articulate why there was a part of me of why I took umbrage to Gal Gadot putting out this video, and this guy articulated perfectly when he said like who the hell are you, Gal Gadot? You've only been on the scene for like 5 years or something. The only like really big thing you did was Wonder Woman. You're no Brad. The guy was saying like, oh, you're no Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that does make sense. I get it. And I understand, and that did kind of illuminate the part of like why I didn't. I mean, other than the reason that the song was just really inappropriate to sing at a time like this. But yeah, it illuminated the part of me of why I took umbrage for Gal Gadot. It's just like Gal Gadot is like A minus to B plus celebrity in terms of status.
Yeah.
Like just taking in like all of her body of work and things like that. Yeah, and like the only reason why she even has like an A minus B plus like rating in my book is because of Wonder Woman. I mean, I appreciated her, back when she first, when she did Fast 5.
Fast and Furious. Yeah.
And so she had a lot of goodwill from me from doing that. 'Cause that's when I was first introduced to her. That's when I, but yeah, it's just like you trying to gather, you trying to like pull this off. It's just like it's a little bit over your weight class.
Yeah, definitely.
So I mean, I'm not necessarily knocking her for trying to bring hope or to try to rally people. I'm not dinging her necessarily for that. It's just like you're punching way above your weight class. This is an inappropriate. The song was just inappropriate, and you're just doing this for the gram.
It was, to me, it was tone deaf, both literally and figuratively.
Thanks for ripping me off, sucker.
Well, hey, that's what I do best.
I know, because you steal from the best, right? That's what it is. You steal from the best. I thank you for acknowledging that I'm the best.
But no, it's just like you have John Lennon, who I think is one of the most overrated artists that's out there, especially him and his screechbag wife Yoko Ono. Um, but this is a communist song. It's this atheist, no possessions, no property, you know, utopia type of
Right.
thing
I mean,
that
it's this.
just
It's
doesn't
despair.
exist.
It's. This song is nothing but despair. Despair and hypocrisy. That's. I think that's how best to describe it. It's despair and hypocrisy. Um.
But of all the songs, this is the one that they choose, and this is what they gain hope out of. Like,
Mhm.
what? This
Right.
song
And
has
I
no hope.
mean, yeah, I haven't
There's
seen
no
the original video of the. I think it was in Italy. Of the guy who just playing for his neighbors. I didn't and I'll give that guy more credit because he didn't know that he was being filmed and he was just playing the music. He wasn't singing the song.
right.
Um, but if you'll permit me, I like to share a video of a comedian Owen Benjamin just like totally knocking all the pegs down from this song.
Oh, thank God.
Um,
I like this. Let's do it.
yeah. Yeah, hold on. Let me get this set up.
Yeah, Beatles are great. John Lennon moved to America, and we promised we weren't going to shoot him. You know, he's a wonderful man, and he's a brilliant man, and he was moving to New York City, and we all promised. We're like, we will not shoot this guy. But, yeah, we ended up shooting him in the head, and he died. We're really sorry. You know? But the more I think about John Lennon, I love a lot of his songs. Like Mother is a great song, and Jealous Guy, great song. But his biggest song that I've watched on tape, 250,000 people weep to publicly, is called Imagine. And the older I get, and the more I pay taxes and whatnot, the more I rethink the lyrics of Imagine. And this is me responding to Imagine from the audience as an adult. Imagine there's no heaven, then where's my grandma? It's easy if you try. Why would I do that to her? No hell below us, then why don't I steal everything? Above us, only sky, but what about La Luna? Imagine all the people. I can only imagine like 200 things at a time. Sharing all the world. Great, can I have that white grand piano that you shot the music video with, and I'll give you my toy piano? You first, you rich bitch. You may say I'm a dreamer. No, my dad says communist. But I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us. No way, I got Manchester guns. And the world will live as one, only if everyone's dead but you. Imagine there's no countries. Then why did you move to America and not Nigeria if it doesn't matter? Imagine no possessions. I don't have to imagine. I'm an actual poor person, you billionaire cunt. Nothing to kill or die for. I'm starting to think of a reason. And then, fortunately, someone took him out. Oh, I'm sorry. We feel really bad about that. It was not a good thing. We feel bad about shooting that little red commie. I like Oasis more, man. Oasis is way better. Manchester. They were like an honest Beatles. Made a meal and no, I threw it up on Sunday. That's so honest. Made a meal and threw it up on Sunday. I've got a lot of things to learn. Humble, honest. Imagine I'm not a fucking liar. You fuck you! Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I got carried away. He was not a good man who killed John Lennon. John Lennon was a beautiful person and also probably trying to spread something called an ideological contagion. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Am I? You guys don't even know.
But yeah, like just, I just loved how he broke down the lyrics and like made people realize what that song was about.
Well, and that's the thing is like no one realizes like what when I first heard this, I was like, what piece of shit is this? And it's like no, everyone's like, oh man, I love this song. It's like, why? Why do you like this communist garbage?
Exactly. I mean, yeah. I mean, I admit I was under that spell as well. But it's just like what was that one song? It's so like upbeat, but it talks about like crack addiction or something. It's like from the '90s.
Oh, fuck, man, I forgot. But I know
Yeah,
what
no,
song.
but yeah, exactly. It's just like no one pays attention to the lyrics if it's to song, especially if it's like played over like kind of an upbeat or melodious uh, music.
Well, and you have the same thing too, like because Owen did this thing where he broke down doing Seinfeld without the laugh tracks. How
That is horrifying. That is horrifying.
How horrifying it was, like, and how awful, like, that show can be.
Right, like that one where what was it? Like Elaine is dating like the serial killer.
Yeah.
And he she goes into his place and there's like all these photos of her taken of her like candidly, like she doesn't know, and it's like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
and just like him breaking down like the whole soup Nazi thing where it's and when like when you do like the reverse of perspective where it's like this guy does a thing like so well that people are paying him money for the thing that he does really well, and in order for people to for as many people to enjoy his creation, his art, he streamlined the process of ordering so people so as many people so he can get through as many people as possible to try his soup.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, that's what it happened. That's what it is. Like all it is like these people don't know how to follow rules.
Yeah.
It's like and it's like, and I'm sure if like they, if those if these, these characters like Jerry, George, Elaine, yada yada yada, like set down rules for like for a business that they had or or whatever, then they would probably react the same way as the soup Nazis.
Yeah. Yeah. It would.
So yeah, just I really loved when when Owen Benjamin broke down those episodes. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, for me, I had kind of already knew that, but like he does it in such a great way. It's just it's like,
right, because
I can't
it's entertaining. It's entertaining. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
What he does, because it's not just like the cold, hard, like disturbing facts. It's like he makes it enjoyable.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting back to Imagine and all these like celebrities. Just interestingly enough, Owen Benjamin, he does also comment on the video and talks about how just awful the celebrities look in these videos. You know, it's like
Oh,
they like the life was drained. Like it's like the life was drained out of them.
yeah, they all looked terrible. Sarah Silverman looked like she was 1,000 years old.
Yeah, and I mean Will Ferrell too. I mean,
He looks like he's been like trapped in like some sort of like prison for 40 years.
right, but it's like an interesting thing that Owen Benjamin points out that it's in their eyes. They have dead
Yeah.
eyes. There's
Yeah.
no life. There's no life behind their eyes. It's just they're like doll eyes.
Oh yeah, that's a great way to put that. Yeah. That's
They're doll
exactly
eyes.
what I was.
There's no spark of joy behind their eyes. I mean, even for Gal Gadot, like as beautiful as she is, as much of a tasty slice as she is, like there's no life in her eyes.
Yeah. Crazy.
So
Crazy to
yeah,
think about.
so really, it's like these people aren't to be aspired to. They're to be pitied.